All right, man. Check it out. Relationship. Okay. Relationships. Every blood needs a queen, right? But no blood needs to get married to a woman that's going to be embarrassing him. To try to find any opportunity that they can find to embarrass the outfit, the organization. If your woman or your wife don't respect you as a blood, you need to get rid of it. Because this is a brotherhood, sisterhood. What you need is a get married to another blood. A blood needs a blood. Because only a bloodette is going to understand what a blood is going through. You can't get married to a crip. It's just not going to work. The sex might be out of the ordinary, out of this world. It might be, the sex might be fantastic, but a marriage to a crip is not going to work if you're a blood. A marriage to a crip is not going to work if you're a vice lord. It's just not. A crip has to get married to a crip. That's the only way that it works. A blood needs to get married to a blood. That's the only way it's going to work. All right. You got a woman that decides, okay, I'm going to embarrass you. And it seems like every time you're embarrassed, you're in public. She's loud in public, causing a scene. This is an embarrassment, to the outfit. You embarrassing the brotherhood. Don't talk down on the brother, especially if he's on hard times, because that rag could go from red to black very fast. And when a rag is black, when you are blood, think about when you bleed. You know what I'm saying? You get cut in your scalp. What color is it? It looks like it's black, right? When you get cut by a knife, you bleed red, right? But when it dries up, it turns black into a scab. So when the blood is sporting a black, that's not a good situation. It's not a good situation. It, that's one that's on their righteous path, trying to seek out their righteous path. They don't need any distractions, don't need opposition, don't need trouble in their life, don't need a arguing female at that point. You know what I'm saying? A female that argues all the time. Especially, you wake up in the morning, this female, she arguing with you. talking down on you, talking about you, making jokes about you or whatever. But then when she goes out in the public, you don't see that. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like, hey love, how you doing? But when you get back home, it go from, she's real nice and kind to everybody, but get back home, she's more rude all over again. You don't need that type of woman in your life, man. She's only rude to you, bro. You have to wake up and see that. She ain't rude to nobody else. Especially, if if you're not her type, that type of relationship is not gonna last that long. Cause in the beginning, you wasn't her type in the first place. You was never her type. That's the danger with being in a relationship with someone who is, you know, not your type. It'll come out in an argument. It'll come out, when you're just playing, it'll start to show, you know, how they take care of you. You know what I'm saying? See, a female that overlook the nigga that's sitting right next to you, I'm not gonna force a female to look at me. For what? I'm not attractive. I'm not no movie star. What you see is really what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not no movie star. I'm not no big time rapper, even though I have got signed to a record deal. Even though I have done music. But that's not what I am, man. I'm none of it. Yeah, I'm military, but I'm not a military soldier. I'm a veteran. I went to war. You know what I'm saying? But that's not what I am. I'm a Hebrew Israelite. I'm a blood. I'm West Coast. West 29th place, man. I'm bounty hunter. I did 4 years with the Vice Lords, homie. And that was in Colorado. And I brought the Vice Lords and the Bloods together in Alamosa. You know what I'm saying? Had homies from New Orleans down there and homies from he kept saying East St. Louis, but it's really Chicago. But I'll go with East St. Louis because that's what he claimed, East St. Louis. He said he was from East St. Louis. So that's what I go by. I'm from the West Coast, so you know what I'm saying? Homie from upstate say he from East St. Louis. That's what I go by. He's from East St. Louis. So I was like, I didn't know St. Louis had an East, but hey, I figured North, South, East, West. But anyway, so I'm up there in Colorado during this time. You know, it's 2015, 16, 17. You know what I'm saying? I'm rolling with the Vice Lords. I'm rolling with the Bloods. We talking about the UBN. You know what I'm saying? I was expressing like, hey man, you know what I'm saying? I was not included. You know what I'm saying? Or West 29th place was not included when the UBN was formed, and you only had two brothers from West 29th place that actually was banging blood. You know what I'm saying? You know, banging blood, nigga. And my brother Ken was the one who actually put down the real knowledge for what a blood was. You know what I'm saying? My brother Ken had already been in California. You know what I'm saying? After my grandpa had passed away, my brother Kenneth went back to live with my grandma for a while. You know what I'm saying? And when he came back, he put down the knowledge and everything. Me and my brother Zach took to the knowledge, but my brother Josh, he was already a Crip. And like I said, being in Dallas, Texas, you know what I'm saying, T.G. Terry, the first word on my elementary, and we're talking 1977 I was born. So you can just about imagine T.G. Terry, my elementary. If you're not from Dallas, you probably wondering, well, what's T.G. Terry? T.G. Terry is elementary school in Dallas, Texas. So my mom wanted me to actually go to school in California, but my dad was adamant about me going to school in Dallas, Texas. So hands down, my dad overruled my mom. I ended up going to school to T.G. Terry. I remember the argument because I wanted to be like Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted at the time, it was Thriller and everything. The whole Thriller, Michael Jackson off the wall. You know what I'm saying? That's what was popping, Michael Jackson at the time. You know what I'm saying? My brother Ken came back with a green ass motherfucking sun Thunderbird. He had this green Thunderbird. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, what's this green about, man? And it was red on the inside. You know what I'm saying? But the floors was white. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, man, this is clean, man. You know what I'm saying? He was head bumping this music, Michael Jackson music. You know what I'm saying? My brother Ken came back from California while I was still going to elementary. My brother had already hit me in the head with a rock and everything. But, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, man, this car is clean, man. It's sweet. You know what I'm saying? Cars were back then called clean or sweet rides. Okay? That's a clean ride, or that's a sweet ride. You know what I'm saying? Especially coming from Cali, like, man, that's real sweet. That's a sweet ride, man. Thunderbird. Whole Thunderbird. I remember like it was yesterday. We had the golden retriever and everything. And you know, Goldie had just got into a fight with this pit bull and killed it. You know, and I had just got into a fight at school with a Crip because he kept messing around with the teacher and everything, and I got tired of it, and I was like, yo, man, why don't you pick on somebody your own size? And he like, what you mean, like you? It's like, nah, man, I didn't know he was a Crip. I just thought he was a bully. He was just messing with everybody. Like, man, he was picking on this Mexican. He was picking on this one little girl, picking on this dude, picking on that, picked on everybody. You know what I'm saying? He even picked on me. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying he was going around picking on everybody. Finally, I got tired because the teacher, I'm sitting there looking at everything. Finally, I got tired. Like, say, man, why don't you pick on somebody your own size? Herb, you're the biggest kid up off in here. You bigger than me. And I'm about as big as my brother. And almost about as big as my daddy. But you're bigger than me, Nick. You know what I'm saying? You tower over me. You know what I'm saying? Look like you've been held back a few years. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you sure you're a real kindergarten? You know, but you look like a third grader up off in here, man. Come on, dog. You picking on everybody. You know what I'm saying? So check it. He followed me out to the car after school and saw my brothers in the car. And I was like, man, if you jump me, my brother's going to jump in. You know what I'm saying? He finally left me alone after that. But I ended up fighting him in my third grade year, though. I ended up getting in a fight with him for real. You know, and that was just the start of it, you know, because at that time it was by my third grade year, it was crip or die. Niggas was walking up to you, what's up, cuz? What's up with that red, cuz? Come home, black guy, man, fighting all the time, blood red. You know what I'm saying? Hands bruised up, nigga. What you mean? He jumped on 6 of them at a time. What you mean? You gotta walk from, okay, if you from Dallas, the school that I went to, okay, from my 7th grade year, I went to Harry T. Stone, and then I went to Zumwalt. Okay, now I lived over past Overton. You know what I'm saying? And the street that we stayed on was Scotland, and they're over there by Sunnyvale. All right. Now, and we had to walk all the way from Zumwalt to Scotland, which is over by Scotland Park. You know what I'm saying? That's a long walk. We did that. Now, we had to go walk to the store, which is Minyards, which is, you know, over there by and by off of Ledbetter by Maceo Smith. Like you coming off of Maceo Smith, you would have passed what used to be the Minyards, and I'm not sure what it is now. It's definitely not Minyards. It used to be a Minyards, and there used to be a trail along the side of Minyards. You know what I'm saying? That led all the way to Scotland. You know what I'm saying? Or you would have to go by what was called Prince Hall Apartments. And in that little shopping center used to be where Minyards was on the side used to be where you get your little burger. You know what I'm saying? You get your burger, you play your Street Fighter video game. You know, Mortal Kombat hadn't came out yet. You know what I'm saying? Nigga would have told me let's play Mortal Kombat. Niggas would have been like, who? The only one Mortal Kombat we know is Dead Ninja. Because like I said, I had a comic book. You know what I'm saying? Going around. It was a dead ninja. He came back from the dead. Everybody in the school, if you knew me at Zumwalt, Harry T. Stone, or you went to 6th grade to Roger Q. Mills, or if you went to Lancaster High School, which is in Lancaster, Texas, as a matter of fact, my sister graduated from there. If you went to T.G. Terry Elementary, if you went to O.W. Holmes, if you went to David W. Carter High School, and if you went to Woodrow Wilson High School, you know that Josiah David Woodward do a few different things. That's music, comic book. I did art. I did music. I did comic book. I did you know, boxing. You know what I'm saying? I played basketball, boxing. You know, and you knew I banged. You know I was a blood. Cause the first thing they'd be asking, what's up with all that green? Pyro, nigga. Don Moo, nigga. West 29th place, nigga. And then they'll be like, "What's up with all that red?" Because I had a burgundy coat that used to be my dad's. And niggas used to rag on me, talking about, "Oh, you wearing your dad's coat, your father's coat to school." And it was real red, and used to get in a fight. And I had that coat all the way from the sixth grade. You know what I'm saying? They used to make fun of me because in the sixth grade I had to wear my father's shoes because my feet was too big. And he had these red Pumas, and niggas used to make fun of me in sixth grade because I had to wear my father's shoes, and they used to jump on me over this red coat. You know what I'm saying? That my dad had got to wear my dad's coat and his shoes, so I used to get picked on all the time. But then when I graduated from the sixth grade, you know what I'm saying, I had a red cummerbund tuxedo. You know what I'm saying? So check it out. I had that red burgundy coat all the way up to the ninth grade. And I had a Green Bay Packers, you know what I'm saying, that sport the green. And I had the Raiders. But my favorite hat was the 49ers hat. Niggas knew me for the 49ers, man. Back then. Sixth grade, you know what I'm saying? Back then it was Jumpin' Jack Flash. It was Wesley Snipes. New Jack City just came out. Hit the theaters. Box office. We had to wait for it to hit on cassette tape. Nigga didn't even know what a CD player was. What's a CD player? Nigga, we had to wait for a cassette tape. When you hear niggas talk about the 8-track and the cassette tapes, yeah, nigga, you know what I'm saying? We had the VCR. That's what you had to wait on, the VCR, nigga. What's all this new disc stuff, man? Shit. Like you put your thing here in the Chevy Equinox, you can listen to your music off your CD. Man, back then, nigga, it was a VHS. You know what I'm saying? It was VHS, cassette tapes. You know what I'm saying? Back then, you know, you rented your movies from a Blockbuster. You know what I'm saying? You can go to Blockbuster. It was another one besides Blockbuster, but I forgot what it was. Forgot the name of it. But anyway, I used to get picked on all the time for this burgundy coat and this 49ers hat. You know what I'm saying? And they'd be like, "Man, where you from?" Walking around with this Magic Johnson Lakers. It was signed by Magic Johnson basketball. You know what I'm saying? I had this Laker basketball that I had got for Christmas. I liked playing basketball at the time. Back then it was called Hot Dogs and Hoops. And I'm talking sixth grade, you know what I'm saying? Roger Q. Mills, you know what I'm saying? So if you know about this swimming pool down at the bottom, it was called the bottom. And that's where niggas go and scrap all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Be scrapping. You know what I'm saying? They used to do little lunch meals for the neighborhood, whatever. Open up the neighborhood swimming pool. Niggas would go down to the bottom swimming. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, niggas is fighting and shit. You can almost imagine, you know what I'm saying? My brother Josh used to fight all the time. We used to fight all the time. Back then, that's just what it was, man. Also, sixth grade, Wesley Snipes just came out. LL Cool J, Mama Said Knock You Out, just came out. You know what I'm saying? Sheila E, made by Dr. Dre, just came out. It was Something in My Heart. You know what I'm saying? The song was called Something in My Heart, just came out. You know what I'm saying? I was already selling candy, in other neighborhoods at the time, etc., making money and then selling. So Candyman just came out. You know what I'm saying? The Black Candyman just came out. Pet Cemetery just came out. You know what I'm saying? Arnold Schwarzenegger just started coming out. You know what I'm saying? to give you one better. Rambo, First Blood, Part 1. Rambo, First Blood just came out. Okay. T.G. Terry, I'm going to tell you how, T.G. Terry, they had a special with Sylvester Stallone. Rocky had just came out and it was playing on TV. You know what I'm saying? Rocky. It was just called Rocky. And it was Sylvester Stallone. About Sylvester Stallone. It was about Rocky and Apollo Creed, their first match. And we watched it on television. And guess who we was going for? I was going for Apollo. And some people was like, man, that boy Rocky can fight. So I'm like, yeah, he got a little squab on him though, you know what I'm saying? The way he punching that beef was brutal. I was like, yo, dog, this boy here, he coming